everyone, it's Stasha Erickson. I hope you're all doing well today. Well, I just wanted to make a quick video to say thank you to all of you who have reached out to me since my last video. I really used to be kind of a little bit emotional, and I would often kind of post a lot of videos about my own struggles when I first started my YouTube channel a long time ago, and people really attacked me for it. I don't know if it's because I primarily had a kind of new age audience when my YouTube channel started, and I guess the longer my channel was here, the more I showed my faith in my emotions, my faith in God and my emotions, and so I started getting attacked for many things. But believe it or not, when I posted that video last week, it was really something God told me to do, because I woke up and I was so overwhelmed about what to do about my family and where to go and how to now complete this Mandela effect book if I suddenly have to move to California in like 2 weeks. And he literally guided me to record that video, to not just help myself, to tell all of you, and even just to get it off of my chest. I know it's healing for me to tell my story. Many people don't know all the layers of what's gone into this. And what a lot of you don't realize too, when I talk about Ireland and having, grown children, is that I was married very young at the age of 18. And my first husband, was a son of a preacher in Ireland. And so this is kind of a little more background into my faith background. But anyway, we were just very young, and so we divorced many years ago. And that happened in like the year 2000. So I have been basically really doing this immigration thing between Ireland and America since the year 2000. And then since 2013, I really was kind of single almost that whole 13 years, until 2013, when I met my husband. I had been single for a very long time, and I just didn't know that I would meet someone from Norway, and then I would continue to keep going through these same struggles. The heart loves who the heart loves. The heart knows no borders. So that was an even deeper part of my story. I'd actually never told all of you that the reason that my daughter mostly lives with me and my son mostly lives with his father in Ireland is for a similar situation, that we've been doing this back and forth, living with each other, flying back and forth, really for me now 17 years. So there was even more backstory behind this that I didn't get into, but it felt very healing, and it felt very important to share with you guys some more truths about myself. I get judged a lot. People find my channel for the first time every day, and I think it's really important to be honest with your viewers and be transparent. On the other hand, I received so many attacks as well, that I had to just totally spend the day removing troll comments again. People saying really cruel things like God is trying to keep you away from your family. You're a whiner, stop whining. Even some people suggested, you've created this situation yourself, and it's your fault that you can't live in Ireland, or you can't live in Norway, or that this keeps happening to you. And it's really just completely false. All anybody has to do is go to the Norwegian immigration website. It's called udi.no. Do a little research about what it takes for families to immigrate into Norway once they're married. There's a lot of loopholes before you get married, but we were just so in love that we couldn't deny our love, and we didn't think we'd be turned away for so many years. So anyway, surprisingly, I got a lot of attacks for that video, but that I'm not going to focus on. What I am going to focus on is I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to everybody who did send kind words. Many people in a couple of the groups that I'm in on Facebook had been through very similar situations. A lot of those people reshared my video in private groups. I just asked that nobody, mirror my videos or whatever, but a lot of people shared the video, and I heard stories that were even worse and more saddening than mine. Mothers and fathers who didn't meet financial requirements, and their literal child is pulled out of their arms. A mother kept from its baby. This is happening in Finland and in Iceland and other countries that people don't realize too. It's not always about, these what do you even say, terrorist type of countries. This is happening to people of every skin color, every religious background, all over the world. So for those of you who shared your stories with me, thank you. I really was guided to tell my story, to just be totally honest. And maybe I never have to tell it again, you know, but it felt healing for me to tell all of you the truth. And I know that it healed many of you who received the same type of things and situations in your life due to immigration. Thank God for the internet, because we really can spread our messages a lot further than we could have even 10 or 20 years ago. So thank you for those that shared your stories. Thank you for letting me know that I'm not alone in this struggle. And thank you all for all of your prayers. Now, that's really it. It doesn't matter if the trolls keep coming. I have to say that even two of my dearest, oldest, closest friends had completely kind of like turned on me. These are people I haven't seen really in real life or in a long time. But one was a, you know, what you call internet friend that I had for many years. And then another one was an in real life friend that I had for many years. And both of them over like a 24, 48 hour period completely started attacking me about crying on a video. And you guys, that video wasn't about crying. It was about the fact of educating others about immigration and keeping families together. And if I got emotional talking about the fact that I'm being taken away from my husband and my stepson and my home for the, I don't even know how many times, I think compassion, understanding, a hug, a thank you, a hey, it's going to be okay. You know, if you can't say something nice, please don't say anything at all, kind of a thing. But I was very sad that I actually had to delete and block two people that I thought were very close friends, but their reactions to me leaving were not that of friends, you know. And it's okay. They show their true colors. It's unfortunate, but there is an infection spreading throughout the internet right now, and it is infecting people's minds. And this is where all the crazy chaos of the world is coming from. And again, why I may not be able to stay on the platform of YouTube forever. I may have to go to my own website, because when I feel better in a couple days, I have a long compilation of videos that I need to make for you guys about all of the trolling and the attacking that's been going on. So I want to stop the focus on that and get back to saying thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everyone who believed in me. Thank you for everyone who sent kind words. And above all else, and really that's what this video is mostly about, just to say thank you. And also to say thank you, and a huge thank you to everybody who made donations to the Mandela Effect book project. I was literally shocked, and I'm not going to cry again, but it's kind of like, you know, like I feel a tear of joy coming on. But I had no idea how many people were going to reach out to be part of this project. The donations came in so fast, and I've been so overwhelmed with all of these changes that I haven't had enough time to thank all of you. Half of you that donated, 7 people have donated so far, and half of you are anonymous. So for those of you that donated anonymously, thank you so much. Especially whoever sent the $200 donation. I don't know who you were, but please, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And the rest of you, the 5 and the 10 and even $1 donations, I never expected to get so much support, because again, I'm kind of getting, I'm really writing this book for all of you, and it was just so beautiful to see how the support happened so quickly. So I do have to go to California now. I'm leaving literally in a little bit less than 2 weeks. I was able to manifest the ticket, thank God, and made it happen. So I have a lot to fix in a short period of time. But I will be heading to California very soon. So as soon as I get to California and I get over jet lag, which takes me a little while, I am full force starting on the Mandela Effect book for all of you guys. Now, one thing I wanted to say is I want to leave some screenshots and links to the project, the Mandela Effect book project itself, so you guys can get an idea of what the campaign looks like and how you can help. The initial campaign amount did say $500, and then I received a message from GoFundMe, and they talked about that I will probably lose around $100 or so, actually in withdrawal fees. So I had to add, the initial budget for the book was $500, but I had to mark it up to $600 for the budget, because after all of the GoFundMe take their little, I didn't know GoFundMe took a percentage. I thought it was kind of crazy for a charity website, but I've never used it before. So But I thank you, GoFundMe. I'm not putting you down for helping with charity. But you lose about $100 total on a $500 campaign. I'm sorry, my mind is still, I'm still a little just trying to stay positive all the time. So any of you, if you thought I raked it up to be shady or anything, I just wanted to explain that I got this notice last night and that I would only end the project with $400 rather than $5. And it is so hard for me to even get these books written for less than $500. Diary of an Asset. When I wrote that book, I did so many revisions and added so many things. And I mean, it probably cost me a lot more than I made in the end. And this book I'm really doing for the people. So I want it to get done quick. I'm compiling everybody's research who's come to me and has allowed me to share their story. And if people think the Mandela effect is a hoax or some type of a psyop or some type of whatever, people that tell you that stuff, they're either like not spiritually awake or they're in on the scheme, if you know what I'm saying. I think all this stuff is really mastered by the AI. Please, guys, go on my YouTube channel and find a video called Robots and AI. Just go through the News You Need articles, because I just recently did one a weeks ago about Obama and Elon Musk being very obsessed with AI. And now I cannot turn on the news or on YouTube or on something else without seeing some new AI device being created. These massive creations of AI type computers is what is part of what is causing the Mandela effect. But it's much deeper than this. So again, that's why the book has to be an educational resource. And speaking of educational resources, I was able to find one little light at the end of the tunnel about having to go back to California and be taken again away from my family. I contacted my old University of Theology, and I had another degree program that I wanted to complete with them, but I took some time off to help my daughter graduate high school and to be moving throughout Norway and all of this stuff. And long story short, because of all this great educational reform and tax reliefs and everything that President Obama is bringing in, I mean, Obama, oh my God, I did not mean to say that, that President Trump is bringing in, I was accepted back into school yesterday. And luckily my school it's a Christian university, but it's based online. So I'm able to finish my own schedule on a flexible pace. Long story short, I called them up and I said, can I please finish that bachelor's in theology? Because I did the associates and everything, but you got to get the bachelor if you want people to respect you or take you seriously. When you write books on topics like religion and spirituality, they want to know that you're not just some, self-taught, self-proclaimed guru from the internet. I've been fighting this since, I opened this channel in 2012. People often doubt that I honestly went to school for theology, but I did. And so because I was over 30 and a returning student, and when I had completed the associate's degree, I completed with like a 97% out of 100. They offered me a bunch of grants and scholarships and all this stuff overnight, and it looks like that now I can finally finish my bachelor's degree in theology. And I went ahead and took an emphasis with it, and that emphasis that I chose in the end is an emphasis on youth ministry, which means that when I'm done with this school, which I can do from home, from Norway, from around the world, it doesn't matter. All my schooling is going to be done from the laptop until my last 6 months of ministry in person. I'm going to be working towards, teaching this word of God and the word of life and getting to the bottom of all of these things very soon. In fact, I actually start school next week here from home while I'll still be in Norway, and I'm excited because I'm really ridiculed a lot about my background and my faith, and I'm not doing this degree program to prove anything to anybody. I'm really, really wanting to continue so that I have something that I feel like I can call my own. The best thing you can do is complete all of your unfinished projects, and I'm trying to do a little bit of that every day. Just all your to-do lists, like get them done. It's been a rough few weeks. In fact, it's been a really rough 2017 for me this year. But thanks to all of you and your support and your beliefs and this amazing project in the Mandela effect. And just the words of kindness and hope and everything that I get from those of you that I feel are true human beings out there, I really can't thank you enough. I love, I love humans so much. I'm gonna like literally end this like I did every other video. I do feel like responsible for humans, and I do want to help humanity. And we are all children of God, and we all have these visions, and we do have the sight, and we do have a way to help ourselves and to help others, and we just got to tap into that, man. We've let go of our power. We've let them believe that we're weak. We've let this we're all essentially slaves. It's almost a joke that there's any race relations right now or race dividing right now, because every human being is a slave. It doesn't matter what your skin color is. We're slaved away down here on planet Earth, and it shouldn't be like that anymore. And the first class that I hop back into next week is Old Testament historical review, which I'm so happy about, because now we can get back to the beginnings and back to basics. Again, I've been saying this over and over again. You don't have to subscribe to the belief of the Bible, but it's a pretty fascinating story, and if you can open up Genesis and really, really dissect it a little bit, you're going to get blown away. You're going to get blown away at how parallel what was going on back then is the same as what's going on right now. So I love you guys. It's going to be, again, really hard for me to get on that plane. The hardest thing for me to do is say goodbye to my husband. But I know that I am being called by God for many reasons. And I'm coming there to be with my family too, and my mom who just lost her mother, and myself who lost my grandmother. And I'm actually, I do see the blessing in this. I know that God always has a hidden blessing, and I know that He guided me to this school in the first place many years ago when I awakened, and it's actually what prompted me to write Diary of an Asset. So for me, 4 or 5 years later, to complete what I started, and not only complete it but take it up a notch and help the youth with it, I can see blessings all over the place now. So thank you to everyone. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for your donations to the Mandela Effect book. I'm going to keep that project going as long as possible, even if it exceeds over the $600, because this type of a book is going to be an ongoing series, and I will not be able to make it into just one. Most likely it will be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-parter. I don't know. I really can't. I don't want to predict the future right now. I just want to take things one day at a time and do the very best that I can. So I'll keep that project going. If you guys can donate, share this video, share the campaign with your friends, it means the world to me. But honestly, you guys, I really just wanted to come on and say thank you, let you all know that I was able to manifest a ticket home. I do have friends and family and people that love me very much waiting for me at home. And again, to the trolls and the haters, if you don't have anything nice to say, please don't say anything at all. The internet has so many different platforms besides YouTube and stuff like that. We don't need to wake up and be harassed every day. If I have to, I'll go to Instagram or Twitter or my own website. Again, Patreon is really great. If you guys haven't been able to come over there, and you can literally just pledge $1 per month, and you can always have access to my videos, whether YouTube take them down or not, because every single day, literally, I get like 100 bad trolls, and really, really mean, judgmental Christians. Because remember, when you call yourself a Christian and you judge somebody, again, that's why I was ending my video with "Judge not, lest ye be judged." But it's very true. It's even like what they say in the Alcoholics Anonymous program, where they call it the crooked finger. When you point one finger at somebody else, you're pointing 3 back at yourself. So for everyone that wants to call me a witch or tell me I'm not a Christian, because every once in a while I say a curse word, remember, it's called a curse word for a reason. If you're putting a curse on someone and your intention is to do something negative and hurt them, that's when bad words are actually powerful. But I've said this over and over and over again. If I accidentally say the S or the F word every once in a while, that doesn't make God love me any less. That's not a reason for me to have to repent. This is the whole point of my videos by the end. The Mandela Effect book, or the Mandela Effect itself, proves that we can no longer put all of our faith into things like words. Now, the measure of who you are is really weighed out by your heart. Is your heart heavy? Is your heart light? What is it? You decide. You're in control, man. So I love you all, and if I get under your skin and if I make you angry, I hope that I eventually teach you something, because it's always the ones that kind of get under our skin, or the ones that we feel guided to attack, that maybe we have something to learn from, you know? Okay, I love you guys ever so much, and yeah, I'll be back with more when I can. I love you. Bye bye.